Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Wow, bangarang. It is good to be with my tribe on this Friday evening. And it is the solstice eve, I guess you would call it, as my wife is saying, that it's at 10:42 tonight, I believe the solstice begins. And that's Eastern time. And so tomorrow will be the longest day of the year. All right. So I'm sorry. That means y'all are all spending time with my ex-wife. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. All right. There we go. Longest day of the year coming up. Here, Kristen, if you're listening, maybe your baby will be born tomorrow. What a birthday to have. So let's talk about that and see what's happening. But an even bigger event, something earth-shattering. Most of y'all are unaware, and you need to be aware that this moment on this day in history, Jaws came out 50 years ago. Jaws is now 50 years old. Woohoo! Here we go. So when I'm done tonight, my wife and I are watching Jaws for the 155th time, and she will tell me everything about the island because she lived there for a while or whatnot. And I just enjoy hearing her get excited and talk about different people. But man, we got a lot going on. So it's good to be with my friends. And I call you all my friends. Thank you very much. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, the Divine Mother, the All. We say thank you for everything that you have given us. When troubles come, when things go, we have each other. The resources that you have given us, the people that we have at our sides, and the people you have placed in my life, especially in this room, I say thank you. Everyone means something to me, and I am grateful for their presence here. Please make sure as we do the readings tonight, your will comes through, your word comes through, that I channel what you want said and not me. So mote it be. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on. So, man, everybody's coming in. I see Cynthia is here. Good evening, Miss Cynthia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My wife is here. Deborah's here. Man, Mr. Bruce, sitting on the dock of the bay. Let's see what's going on. All right, finding out. He's just sitting back, kind of watching. Hey, let's see what everybody's up to and doing, So tonight, again, we've got the, if somebody wants to come live with me, feel free. Grab that link right there that Gillian has been so kind to post, and you'll be able to come on camera with me. Just make sure when you do, when you click the link and you come in, you turn off YouTube, and then you can jump back into YouTube when we're done. So there we are. Yachty, good evening. Glad to see you. So many people, so many things. Donna, welcome, welcome, welcome. I haven't got to say hello to Donna Watt in a long time, but we have the mystery singer. Wow, welcome, welcome. Hey, anybody wants to have a question, you don't have to come on live. Just post it for those people that are coming in that are new to the show, things like that. Post your question. I get to it in order, and we will be glad to do that. So just make sure, like I said, that you post it. Find out what's going on. Everybody do me a favor. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, but then share this when you are done. All right, everybody's popping in. Oh, look who just came in. And here we go. Let's find out what we've got here tonight. Miss Cynthia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so good to see you.
Hey, Rob. Good to see you, too.
Man, how you been?
I've been great. Been great.
Good.
It's
Good.
hotter than Hades here in Texas, but I've been great.
Oh, is it?
Oh, my gosh.
It's been warm here, but nothing like Texas or Florida. Matter of fact, I think Tuesday, we're supposed to hit 100 here. But what's different about here is it may only be like 60% humidity or something.
Oh,
and then
humidity.
It's one day and then it's dropping back into the 80s. So everybody here is like, what? I'm laughing.
The
you know?
humidity is so bad. I see the morning dew coming up off the grass in a steam. I can see it rising like a teapot. It's
Gotcha.
crazy. Oh, it's bad. Well, I came on tonight to just see if Spirit, what Spirit has to tell me for this upcoming week. It's going to be another busy one.
Okay, going to be another busy week for Cynthia. So let's find out what's going on. How is your husband?
He's doing good, hanging
Good,
in there.
good, good, good. So tonight I'll be using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. I'll throw this over here so people can see what deck I will be using. Okay, we'll throw that up so people can see her happening. And that's what we've got. That's what the box looks like, the Good Tarot. I love this deck. The artwork is amazing. And it's a very positive vibe tarot deck. And I figured, you know what, on Friday night tonight, we could all use some good vibes tonight. So let's see what happens and find out. So Miss Cynthia is wanting to know a message from Spirit. And let's see what's happening here and see what Spirit's got to say. So Miss Cynthia, here we go. Get this last shuffle in.
I'm in a good mood today, Rob.
Are you?
I am.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. What's got you in such a good mood?
I have no idea.
You know what? Sometimes take it. That's the best way to be.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
all right. Well, good deal. Well, you know what we've got right here? Look here. King of Water. That fits with what you were talking about, being in charge of your emotions, having that being, in control and knowing what's going on emotionally, letting the happiness roll, letting your emotions roll, but at the same time being in charge and being in control. So, with this, that what Spirit is saying is it's going to be up to you to stay in control. Let that masculine energy come out where it comes towards your emotions, towards your subconscious, so that you can stay in control and know what's going on. Don't let them boss you. You boss them. We have the 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. Man, these are some great cards, Miss Cynthia. So
Good.
the 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles, Gillian likes to call this the Hollywood ending, okay? Where, we're manifesting some great things. Some old things are finally starting to go away. Some new things are coming in, and you're bringing some beautiful things into your real world. You're going to find some joy, happiness, but this is going to be accompanied by bringing in and manifesting some great things into your real world and into your life. I really see that, and I see that very strongly. We have the 4 of Fire. Whenever I see the 4 of Fire, 4 of Wands, it's celebration time, party time, time to get our groove on. And that 4 of Fire is talking about just where you're at and what you're talking about. Life goes so much better when we're just happy, when we're giving thanks, when we're giving praise, and we have those people around us that matter most, but they're on the same track as us. It's time for celebration. And in that fire, knowing that your spirit, the will, things like this are just going to develop and come through. We have the 8 of Water. This is saying it's a great time on this solstice and things in general coming up. That is a great time to let go of something that no longer serves you. If it doesn't serve your higher power, your higher good, or whatnot, don't hang on to it. Make your decisions, do whatever, and let it go. We have a ship here, and what you might see is that this ship is actually coming in. It's something new. So what we're talking about is leaving some stuff behind, okay, that is no longer, it just doesn't serve you well. Doesn't serve you, your husband, your family, or anybody well. And get on this new ship and see what new we have to explore and move on. This is going to be a way to be able to drive forward. The 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands. Man, whenever I see this, it's about movement. Letting something go, finding something new, moving forward. And this is about staying on that, in that fire, in that will, and moving forward, making sure you're going in the direction you want to go. I love the panda. Okay. Panda is very grounded. They're slow moving. things like this, but they also bring fertility. They bring happiness, they bring joy. And this 8 of fire reminds us, keep moving forward. And then what I have here finally, look, man, you have a lot of fire and a lot of water. Fire and water, but the 4 of water. Be careful, don't become complacent. But again, we have a great base to establish with our happiness, with our joy, things like this. And what I'm seeing is, because you're happy and you're learning to be at one with the world, at one with nature, at one with yourself, who you are and what you believe, this is able to allow some new gifts and new things to come in, new happiness, new joy, and finding those hidden pearls. You're going to be able to have that, and that's some great news moving forward for you in the coming week.
That's wonderful. I love it.
I do too. I think it's just a beautiful set of cards and a way to get forward. If you don't mind, I would like to take a moment, okay? Because I know your husband's gone through some stuff or whatnot. And let's just say a prayer, okay, for your husband, for you. And I also want to say thank you to the Almighty for you, okay, and what you bring and all of that. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, that divine feminine that Miss Cynthia actually represents and brings to a whole and caring, nurturing. Thank you. We ask that your spirits come down. Raphael brings the angels and just wraps this couple in love and in healing and in joy. Keep this going. Keep this fresh. In everything I say, so mote it be.
So mote it be. Bang rang. Thank you so much. You have a great evening.
You too. Thank you.
I'll get off so somebody else can get on. Bye-bye.
You're fine. Bye-bye. All right. So I saw somebody else here. Mystery singer. Let's see what we've got going here. Give me just a second. I like always putting my cards and breaking the cards up that I did just cut through. So if they come up, I know Spirit did it and not me being a bad shuffler. Okay. All right. So mystery singer, let's see what's happening here. Oh, where'd it go? There it goes. Well, your statement, Gillian, I need you to put that back. Okay. Because I don't know what happened to it and where it went. All right. What was mystery? Something about a surgery or something. So yeah, Tarot, will my final surgery be successful? So here we go. Let's bring. I'm wanting to use this one. This one's talking to me. We're going to go right to a pendulum. All right, and we are going to say, Spirit, pendulum, will you work with me this evening? Yes. All right. Is there anything I need to do for cleansing or anything right now? No. Not at all. All right, good. I keep this buried in crystals, so it very seldom needs an extra cleaning. But pendulum, Spirit, mystery singer is asking, will the final surgery be successful? Will the final surgery be successful? I am getting a yes. It was a little slow to start. So what that tells me is there's directions you need to follow, okay? And make sure you're doing everything you're supposed to do. That's what's going on and what I see here being really big. So we're going to pull a couple of cards here and let's find out what Mystery Singer needs to know about the surgery that's coming up. So we see that the final surgery is going to be a success. Let's find out what's happening. What does she need to know? All right. And we will go from there. So for Mystery Singer, we're going to pull 3 cards. We have the 2 of fire. You know what? This is again, remember I said, thank you, Spirit, for confirming what I said. Remember I said follow directions? All right. This is about getting on top of things. See the lamp? All right. The 2 of fire, 2 of wands is about having a plan, knowing what's going through, but you need to stay true and follow this plan. Don't try to hurry it. Don't try to do anything. Don't take any shortcuts. This is going to be very important. We have the King of Fire. Look at all this fire. the heart, the love, this burning, this desire, everything's moving forward. Be very proactive in making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Be diligent about it, be passionate about it. Let me slide this over. And here we go. We have the high priestess. Knowledge is power. All right. The high priestess, a lot of people will tell you that this is your intuition card. High priestess is intuition, but in most cases, it is also knowledge. And what I want you to understand, Spirit is saying you have to use your intuition, but you have to be smart. You have to follow what you know to do. There's going to be some things that you're probably not going to want to do. You should be, and this is going to be very important. Follow that intuition, go with your gut, listen to your knowledge. You know what's best for you. Speak up with the doctors. Don't let any question that you may have go unasked. Ask that question, make sure you have the knowledge, and things will come through for you. It is a time for you to look. We have the moon here, so this is the coupling of that personal knowledge and your intuition and understanding. Follow that. Listen to that. Listen to what Spirit has to say for you, and things will turn out fine. Wow. Banger. Okay. That's really cool. All right. Let me see what we got here. So, everybody, I do want to remind everybody that due to some unfortunate circumstances, the show that was scheduled for June 29th has been moved to August 3rd. August 3rd in Beverly, live in person. So, man, the links to how to get tickets down below, they're going. Check that out. We're going to have some good time. It's going to be fun. Again, do me a favor. Everybody hit that like button right now and then share. All right, Sierrandell, here we go. Will I get a job offer in the next coming week? All right, let's go back. No, I'm being told to use this one this time. All right. Spirit pendulum. Will you work with me with this pendulum? Oh, yes. There we go. See, Erin Dell wants to know if she's going to get a job offer in the next coming week. The pendulum never hesitated, okay? The pendulum is saying absolutely yes. It was very strong yes. I see this as coming through and feeling very good. Be patient. What I'm hearing is be patient. You might get more than one offer, so make sure you have everything lined up, but you're patient and listen to what Spirit is lining up for you. Don't jump at the first thing. You don't have to deny it, but you don't have to say yes right away. Is that making any sense at all, Sierrandell? That's going to be very important. All right, Sierrandell, let's take a look. All right. We're gonna ask what Spirit has for her in this coming week. And let's see what we've got here. All right, let's turn this back on so we can get over here. And boom, here we go. Sierrandell, your light card, the 5 of Earth, 5 of Pentacles. All right. In this, you might be in a situation where you might need to ask for some help. You might need to be able to provide help. It's going to be very important. I'm looking over here because I've got a magnified version of the card. And sometimes I'll let the artwork talk. One of the things that's going to be very, very important is staying grounded. She's part of this tree. She's coming as part of this tree to me and actually going. Gillian said, if you look, her hair is like she is part of the tree. It's the leaves, things like this. So you need to stay grounded. All right. 5, there might be some conflict, might be some things. Don't panic. Stay grounded, answer questions, and things will grow, things will come. We've got the 3 of water. 3 of water, partnerships. All right. This is about working with people. This is about being happy with those that are surrounding you. And yes, I do see some celebration in here. What we're looking at here is being happy within something you've created. And this very well could be this job. The 3 of water talks about, all right, thank you, Spirit. One of the things I'm getting is make sure when you get these offers that you are looking at things that are not just money, but other things and other benefits that will make you happy as well. That's going to be very important for you, and who you're going to be working with. This is a huge part of this job thing that's coming. We have the Queen of Fire. All right. The Queen of Fire, nurture that thing. If you've got one that you really want, go after it. Don't settle. This is saying it's time for you, that feminine power, to come out. She is beautiful, but look at the fire that's around her heart. You need to make sure you're nurturing fire, that passion, that will, and that you're getting out of this something that's going to make you happy, not just fill a need. I hope that's making sense. Sierra and Del, what we've got here is the messenger of Earth. The messenger of Earth is here to say the universe has given you resources. These resources are coming available. Make sure in this real world that you're staying focused on what you need to do and what you need to have to make yourself happy. The messenger of Earth, we have the Fool. I'm seeing in the Fool that you're going to have a new opportunity. Something new very well may come up, and you're going to be able to celebrate this, a new journey. Don't let fear hold you back from trying something new, because you're going to be able to sound the trumpet and move forward. And this is where your happiness is going to come from. The Six of Air. Guess what? This kind of reiterates it's time to let something go in your head. All right. Set your eye on a new target, a new prize, and you're going to be able to move forward. This is about the mental aspect of this and not letting fear hold you back from setting your eyes and sparks on something new. As these come through, when you see something new, don't let a knee-jerk reaction keep you from exploring and finding a new horizon. Wow. Bangarang. Okay. And most of all, keep us posted. We all want to know what's going on, what's happening, and we'll see what's shaking there, and we'll say a prayer. Spirit, Sierra and Del wants this job. All right. She needs a job. She wants things to happen. But Spirit, we want Sierra and Del to be happy. We want her to feel fulfilled. We want those jobs to come through that are going to make her feel fulfilled, find her happiness and joy all at the same time. Send Michael, send different angels, send my brain just went blank. Is it Uriel or whatnot that's going to bring in this grounding and help her find these things that are going to help her? Ariel, that's what I'm trying to say. Send in Ariel and her angels to make sure that she's getting what she needs in this earthly realm to make her feel happy, fulfilled. Thank you so much. So mote it be. All right, Sierra and Del, you keep us posted. All right. Man, it's a good night tonight. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yachty, may I ask, will Andrew truly guide and support me in starting my own business? Please and thank you. All right. Will Andrew truly guide? These are all yes or no questions. So I like to make sure, which one do I want to use here? I've got one that I need to get fixed. I accidentally broke it. So my wife's got to fix it for me. We'll go back with the amethyst here. All right. So Yachty wants to know, okay, will Andrew truly guide and support me in starting her business? That is not a no, but it is a circle. There are decisions that need to be made. And I'm telling you, if you're relying solely on this person, use caution, okay? Because there's something out there that hasn't settled. There's something that you still got to get right, or something that it's just not definite yet, that in that question that he is going to truly guide and support you in starting your own business. Be careful he doesn't get upset or something and leave you hanging. I believe the intention is there for him to do this, but at the same point, I couldn't get a clear yes or a clear no. It was a definite maybe. So you need to take that and understand what that may mean to you. So now, Spirit, what does Yachty need to know? Okay, let's ask Spirit what Yachty needs to know about starting her own business. And, the question was, is Andrew truly going to guide and support in starting their own business? I know this, a lot of people, and what I'm really getting, when they say they're going to, their intention is pure, their intention is clear at the moment. But sometimes when the work gets heavy, all right, things change. And that's what I'm really picking up. So we're going to ask Spirit to clarify on this question and clarify on that reading. What do you need to know about this relationship with starting your own business? So Yachty, here we go. All right. Let's see what's happening here. So right out of the gate on the light card, we have the 5 of Earth. Okay. Now, when we look at fives, a lot of times these are conflict. These are problems. 5 of Earth talks about you're going to be needing help. You're going to need true help. All right. Make sure that this person is going to back you up all the way, or they're going to be fully vested in you getting there. I see this could be a problem. All right. And you need to make sure that you've got the support and whatnot you need. One of the things I'm also seeing here is you have more knowledge and you can do this more on your own than what you believe. Okay. I think it's scary. We have the high priestess. So again, I would say you asked this question for a reason. You didn't just believe it. Why did you ask the question? Is there a doubt? What is your intuition? What is your gut? What is that personal knowledge about this person and your business telling you? Spirit is saying, listen, listen, listen. We're trying to send you a message. Now we have the sun here. The sun, something coming to an end, new things opening up, bringing out the sun coming out, and you are going to be successful. I see this, okay? But you can't throw everything in one basket. Is that making sense? Know what you're doing, have backup plans, things like that. We have the moon here, meaning not everything is the moon is a trickstress, okay? She will show you things, but she's not going to give you the full answers. This is truly your intuition card. And the moon is saying, use your intuition. You're not going to have all the answers outright. You need to look at what's going on and follow your gut and follow your heart, which means some of this could mean you and this person may have a difference of opinion on which way the business goes. How do they handle that when you thought your business, you're following? How is that situation going to be handled when maybe their advice isn't taken and you're following your gut? We have the Ace of Air. This is full on about new ways to communicate, new ways to think. We're going to have to leave some emotion out of this, okay? And when you're dealing with this, you're going to have to speak up, speak your mind, speak your piece, but understand using your intuition, allow your logic, allow everything to come in and analyze. Think, new ways to think of things and communicate is going to be paramount here. Finally, we have the World card. I'm seeing that this business is going to work out. It's going to be great, okay? But what I want you to do is understand this is on you. Look for help, seek help. When you're having one of these moments of, I want to do this, and the help is saying, you need to do that, why did you ask their opinion to begin with? Is there times that you're going to need to let your opinion go and follow the direction of the help that's being offered? Notice we have here the world, but we have the heavens with a lock in it. Some of these things are really cool when you start looking at it. We have world upon world upon world. You are going to be able to see a bigger and broader thing, and I want you to be aware of this. I want you to look at it. Success is yours. It's going to take some work. Spirit's going to put people in your path to help you do this. Follow your heart, follow your gut. If you're asking for somebody to help, you might want to make sure you're listening. Does that make sense? Hope so. All right. Wow. Bangarang. Okay, Yachty. That's fantastic. All right, let me get over here, come here, and let's see what's going on. All right. Find out what's happening. Oh, Kenya has popped in. Let's see what's going on here. Let me get these cards set, Kenya, and we will get to you in just a second. Thank you for coming in. See what's happening, find out what's going on. All right. And boy, the cards are not cooperating tonight. They're sticking and everything else, which is why I like to separate them out. All right. So let me see. Let's get rid of that question. Gillian, can you bring that one down while I bring Miss LaKenya on? All right. And here we go. Boom. Why, hello there, pretty lady. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How you doing? Thank you.
Good. I am good. What are you up to?
I'm just working, and I just had a question about my younger boss coworker, Johnny. I don't know if he's for me because he be a certain way. So I'm like, what is going on? I'm just trying to find out this connection.
Okay. Is it a personal connection or you're asking if he's got your back?
Yes, if he got my back, is that the reason, or do he act a certain way because of something else?
Okay. Does he have an ulterior motive? You really think a guy would have an ulterior motive? No. You know what's going on right there? You're being smart. You're using that intuition. And I'm
Okay.
telling you that you got to follow that path. We have to trust people. All right. But people like us have been through this where we have trusted and we're afraid to trust because we feel like, what are you going to ask me in the end? And I went through a lot of this with my own family. I'll do this for you. But I know there's going to be a huge, well, but I need this in return or whatnot and things like that. So I'm picking up, number one, you got to forgive him for being a guy. Okay. You can't just hold that against him. Okay. You're a beautiful young lady. Any guy in his right mind gonna want to explore that if it's available. And they will use different ways to get to know you. It doesn't mean that their thoughts, like I was talking to somebody else a little while ago, it doesn't mean that their thoughts or their intention is not pure, but there may be an ulterior motive. Okay. And that's really what I'm picking up. I can be your hero. Okay. I can be your hero and still do the right thing, but keep my fingers crossed that this gets me across the threshold. This opens up a whole new dialogue. And that's really what I have. So,
okay, so that's probably sometimes why he might have like a little edge with me. Sometimes why he be upset with me? I ain't did nothing, but it's something else to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something else to it. And here's what we're gonna do. First off, we're gonna bring out the pendulum. Okay. I'm gonna use this pendulum. All right. So pendulum. I think I already know the answer. Okay. This person wanting to help or constantly support LaKenya, is there an ulterior motive? Most definitely. Right into a yes immediately. Now, is the advice or what he's doing a bad thing? No, it's not. But he is going to get emotional if he's not getting what he wants. Younger than you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That whole, unfortunately, we're living in the age of what I call scorekeeping. I did this, so I expect this in return. I'm not doing it out of the genuineness of my heart. Okay. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't hold value. All right. It's kind of like, The Godfather. Keep your friends close, your enemies closer. If they can help you, help is help. All right. And at the end, the ulterior motive is on him, not on you. Okay.
Okay.
But that's why he's getting a little testy. He's already feeling like he's helping you. He's doing some things, and he's not getting the return on his investment that he's looking for. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm understanding it. I'm understanding.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to
Um,
grab some cards here real quick. All right. Again, didn't make it bad. It makes it male. Okay. And, and you and I both know too, women can do the same thing, but it is one of those things. So I don't want to just sit here and cut men down, but that is a big thing in today's world, is this ulterior motive. Well, I did this. I've seen it in marriage counseling. I've seen it in couples counseling. I've seen it in addictions counseling. Well, I did this, I did this, I did this. And what nobody likes is when I ask them the question, why did you do it? Okay.
Mhm.
And they go, well, I did it because I love them. Then that should be the end of it. If you're not feeling a return of affections, then maybe it's time for you to move on. Okay. But if I give from my heart. All right. And then it's just I'm giving because I love you or I like you. I want to help you. If you're not returning what I actually want, then at some point, I still need to tell myself I helped. I did it from the grace because I liked you. All right. But now I'm going to move on to something else. Is that making sense?
Yeah. Yes, it
Okay. And it is. We're in a score-keeping
does.
society. What's that?
I said, woo, because I
Yeah.
didn't know, like, I want to change the house and work somewhere else with somebody else.
And some of this is just learning to be like, okay, here we go. And let it. I do see this as you're a very lovely young lady. Okay. And this is a thing where you are going to be the object of guys' affections. Okay. And sometimes that's not what you're looking for. Okay.
Mm,
And it's like, why is it constantly? Why can't anybody? So then what happens is we stop trusting some, and we need to make sure that we're still trusting and let it go.
okay.
Okay. So
Yes.
also I would ask him if he gets a little moody. One of the things I'm picking up on, okay, is yes, there are some different feelings for you. All right. But I feel like he's got something else going on. Okay. That he's
Mhm.
looking at you for a little bit of escape. Okay. Ask him straight up. Hey, why are you getting testy? What's going on? But do it from a kind-hearted place, not I'm outing you. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And again, just show that little bit of concern. But in today's world, you have to be careful. Okay. So, the first card we got here is the Ten of Fire. In most decks, this is where the person is laying on the ground, stabbed in the back. Okay. Ten of Fire. There is generally an ulterior motive. You are going to be, it's carrying a burden. So be careful. All right. Know that there are feelings being involved, and this could turn on you very quickly. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting there. We have the 13 transformation. Is he rebounding?
What you mean?
Is he rebounding from a relationship?
That's what I'm thinking when you
Okay.
said he got something going on. I don't know.
Yeah. I would ask him, just straight up ask him. The
And I
13,
have.
okay. The 13 is saying, let this go so something new can come in. Okay. Now, do you need to be open to his newness? That I don't know. Okay. But there is
Mm,
something here. Be open, but understand sometimes we have to let some things go. All right. In order, even if they're helping and they're giving great advice, if there's something that's giving you a little agita or you're uncomfortable, sometimes you're better off just to let that go. Okay. So something
okay.
new can come in and feel fulfilling or whatnot. I do feel like he's rebounding and he's looking for something a little too hard. Okay. That is one
Okay.
of the things I'm getting here. We have 14. And in this deck, this is called patience. All right. Be soft, be gentle. Okay. Be
Okay.
patient, be caring. Don't extend your caring where he might take it more than what you mean. Okay. A thank
Okay.
you is a thank you. Okay. But a thank you with a hug, a thank you with physical touching might be putting that a little over the top. Okay. This is the
Okay.
balance card. This is remembering patience, stay true. Okay. Listen to what's going on. We have the Chariot. You need to keep focused on you. All right. People are going to offer you opinions. Take what you want. But it's saying, too, if you're not careful, something will pull you off track. It's going to be up to you to keep going forward in the direction you want to go. I'm always
Okay.
reminded of the Jim Croce song, the line in the song that says, if you're going my way, I'll go there too. So I'm glad to have people along my trip, but it's my trip. Okay. So if you want
Okay.
to go with me, if you want to go in the direction I want to go, great. I'd love to have you along. The more the merrier. But if you're going to try to take me down a different path or take me off, that's where I have to step in and go, no, we have to go our own separate ways. You know, at this, we have the Hermit. Some of these problems, I think Spirit's wanting you to take some time when he gives you some advice, okay?
Mhm.
Or when he says, I'm helping you. What does your intuition say? What does your gut say? You're already questioning, why is he doing this? Okay. Walk alone. What do you know that works for you? What do you know that is the best way to go? And finding your own, hey, thanks for your advice, but I got to go this way. Okay. Does that make
Okay.
sense? You know,
Yes. It does.
stand on you and trust you in that you know what to do and you know how to do this. Okay.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm really getting that Queen of Fire. Okay. There's that beautiful woman here that's saying, take care of you. Okay. You're right to watch for ulterior motives. Doesn't make him evil, doesn't make him wicked, but it could be confusing things or pull you off course of something you know, that didn't feel just right, but I don't want to piss him off. You know what? Piss him off. Okay.
Okay.
It's okay to go, hey, thanks for that, but I got to do it this way. You know,
Okay.
does that make sense?
Yes, it's making sense.
Okay.
I was
And
sensing it.
that's what I'm getting about this whole situation. Okay. Is
Okay.
he's not evil, he's not wicked, he does have an ulterior motive. Um, I do feel what I am picking up, give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. Okay. And all of
Okay.
a sudden, I bet you're finding out he gets moody or testy when you don't follow his advice to the letter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of those. I'm the leader. I'm telling you, I know what to do. I'm smarter than you. You know exactly what to do. Okay. And you keep that in mind. Okay. Don't
Okay.
don't
Okay.
doubt yourself. You go with your gut on what you need to do for your work.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. You're
All right.
welcome.
Good
Good
to
to see
see
you.
y'all.
All right. Bang rank, sweetie. All right, there we go. Man. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Anybody else popping in here, finding out what's going on? All right. This has been crazy. Man, this night's flying by. So let's see, let's see what's going on. I see somebody saying, Donna, good news, but I didn't see what's going on. And so I always want to hear good news. Let's see what's happening here or whatnot. So just flipping through here, taking a look. All right, Charmaine 19. Thanks for the welcome messages. Welcome aboard. Glad you're here. If you have any questions, just pop them in. Okay. Pop them in when I get to them. My wife's there. She helps me make sure nobody gets missed and we find out what's going on. You know, it's Friday night. And like I said, it's solstice eve tomorrow. I want you to think about the longest day. The sun is going to be out longer than any other day of the year. All right. This is a turning point. This is going to be one of those things where we're leaving spring, getting into summer. It means things are heating up. It means our resources that we built, we need to be stacking up resources, using things, getting ready as winter is approaching or fall is approaching. So we've got that. We need to bask in the sun. We need to realize what's going on. And we also need to take a moment to just give thanks for everything that we were given during this springtime and what we were able to build. Remember, folks, this is a very, very powerful year. You know, Look, Cynthia, I love it. Stay focused. Can you listen to your guides? Do you meditate? And that is something that's a very strong question. And I think it's something we all need to look at. Meditate doesn't necessarily mean, and I know Cynthia doesn't mean this, she means just what I mean. Meditate means just taking a moment and allowing spirit to talk to you. We don't have to astral travel. We don't have to meet guides. We don't have to do anything. But when we meditate, when we just take a moment to be still, all right, and listen to those guides and forces around us, like Cynthia's saying, a lot of time the answers will become clear on their own. Okay. And thank you, Donna. Good message to be cautious. Let's see what's happening. Find out what's going on. Rev, can you pull some cards for summer solstice? Absolutely. Let's do that right now. So, Spirit, let's find out what's going on. We're going to ask Spirit to say we have summer solstice starting tomorrow. What is something? We're going to pull 3 cards. We're going to ask Spirit. And we're going to ask Spirit what we need to know going into the summer solstice. I am seeing hotter than normal weather all over the place. Things are happening around the world. Things are happening around the globe. And these are just some things we need to be mindful of. And I will tell you this, as being from Florida and Cynthia from Texas and other people in very hot parts of this world in this country, whenever things heat up, we need to be careful because sometimes we stop thinking and our emotions start going with it. And I don't know why I'm being told that, but I'm being told that's very, very important right now, is to make sure as we move forward into summer, okay, that we keep cool, keep our wits about us, keep our brain power going, and don't let the heat or the moment of the situations take over. Wow. Okay. That was huge. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Let's see what we've got here. All right. Here we go. All right. I'm going to cut this one more time. Set this here, and let's see what we've got for summer solstice. King of Water. There we go. We've seen this card already, and I really do believe that this is talking exactly what Spirit gave me the message and is trying to reiterate. We need to stay in control of our emotions as we go into the summer solstice, as we head into this. Water, staying cool, staying hydrated, keeping our wits about us, and not letting our emotions run everything is going to be very, very important. We have the 6 of air. Now, these cards are coming together. Notice again, though, we have a lot of water here, okay? Our emotions can affect the way we think. If something's not working, what I'm really getting this picture of, you're not happy, don't keep beating your head against the wall. The summer solstice is saying it's time to think of things, to communicate, to find a new way, and maybe let go of some things that aren't working and find a new horizon and move towards it. Keep these, again, to be a card of air, look how much water is in this, followed by the King of Water. So our emotions stay calm. We need to rise above our emotions, all right? Look at things more logically and move forward and find new things to do, new ways to go. Look at all the water here. 6 of water, all right? When things get bad, take a moment to remember when things were good, all right? Feed that inner child. Let it know what I'm really getting is it's time to understand that maybe some things aren't working out right. And it is okay to feed your own soul. It's okay to bathe in waters where you're happy. You ever just I'm going to give you all a piece of advice. I love doing this. My wife will tell you doing this. Things aren't going right. It's really wild day or whatnot. Get in the shower. Just get in the shower. If you don't have a pool, you don't have anything like that, dunk water over your head. Let that cooling water prevail, okay? But look at it as calming. not acting. It's okay to feed that inner child and to go play in the sprinklers. It's okay to look back and be happy, but we have to remember, okay, we are adults and we have to move forward as an adult. So we can feed the inner child, but we can't live there. Okay. That's going to be so very, very important. The four of earth, making sure that you are establishing a solid base in the real world for the seasons that are to come. Look at how bright this card is. Be ready to protect yourself from the sun. Be ready, all right, to feed and nurture yourself, to be grounded and understand that we have to be grounded. We can't be completely submerged in water. You know what we've got here? Look, 3 of water. Celebration. This is going to be a time where we can celebrate and create something absolutely beautiful if we keep our wits around us. Spirit is saying right here, 2 of water. Now is the time for a partnership with you, your higher self, with spirit, with the mother, with the father, whichever one of these you need to partnership with, and understand you don't have to walk this path alone. We can be in love. We can rely on people. Keep the right people, partner up with the right people, and your emotions, your happiness, things like that are just going to expound. So when you think about what we just said, okay, and what's going on, when we're talking about summer and how much water is important, staying nourished, staying hydrated is very important during the summer. It's very important all year, okay? But we need to make sure we're staying hydrated in our happiness, in our joy. We need to make sure that we're not drowning, okay? That we're grounded, and that solstice is here to remind us things are changing. Things will always change, all right? And we need to be aware of that and make sure that we're doing this from the total aspect of being sound of mind, sound body, sound spirit, okay? Sound and emotions. That's just very, very important. So here we go. So thank you very much. Great question. Love it. At Rob, my dog, she hurt her leg, but she's healing. Great. You know what? I'm going to do something here. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Raphael. People will tell me that it's silly to pray for an animal. These animals are companions. They help our soul. You gave them to us, and you told us to watch over them. We are asking for the healing, not only for Donna, but for the animal, so that both can be happy and live a full and joyful life. Make sure that the healing continues, and anything that Donna needs and the dog needs, make sure that you are opening your mind and able to handle it. So mote it be. There is nothing wrong with saying a prayer for your pet or any living creature there is. So that's great to know. Thank you. Let me take a look here. All right. We are getting right back over here. All right. Is there anything else? All right. Charmaine, here we go. Will my financial situation improve? Will I have a financial windfall? I am unemployed. Okay. Let's take a look. All right. Are you doing what you need to do to improve it? It's not a cop out. Charmaine, people will know my wife and I are big into manifesting, but manifesting is going to make sure, okay, requires action. Hillis and I talked a little while back about the difference between manifesting and materialization. Materialization is when you make something happen out of nothing. Manifesting is when you take actions to make it happen, no matter how small or how large, but you're doing this and seeing it as being done. So we're going to go here. So Charmaine wants to know, will her financial situation improve? Let's start there. Yes. Now, Are you going to have a financial windfall? I'm getting a no, all right? Because what's the definition of windfall? Getting the lottery, getting rich, anything like that? No, but your situation's going to improve. Where do we find happiness in there? Okay. I'm unemployed. I think what you're trying to say is you want to find a job or whatnot. Here's the key thing I tell, and you might have heard me talking to somebody else before, making sure that you're looking for jobs that feed your soul. Okay. And that's going to be very, very important. So let me know, keep us posted. And we'll find out. Love to hear more about what happens. All right. Divine Mother, Ariel, the angels. Charmaine needs a job. She wants to find a job, but we want to make sure she finds a job that makes her feel fulfilled and successful, and that she's able to live and feel a completed and filled life. We're asking for your intervention. We're asking for you to step in, show her where to go, show her what to do, guide these resources to her, guide her to the resources and whatever action she needs to take. Make that aware and know that it is incumbent on her to take these actions, but make sure it is clear what she needs to do, and she will be able to find her way. So mote it be. Wow. Bangarang. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Get back over here. All right, Cynthia. Reverend Rob, we were on the same wavelength tonight. I comment and you say it at the same time. Pretty cool. I love it. Cynthia, you and I have been connected. We know that. And I love it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And, I see Deborah in here making some comments, things like that. I love it. Let it be known. Folks, it's not just me here. Our tribe is here with energy of love and helping and wanting people to just progress. Our whole purpose here is for people to be happy. That's what we're looking for. Just come in, sit back, and bask in the sunlight, bask in what we're trying to do. When we say bangarang, we want you to reclaim your magic. We want you to refine that magic so you can find your wings and you can fly. That's what we're all about. So what do we got here? Cleve, that was such a kind thing for you to do. I hope you and your community are well this evening. We are great. And Cleve, thank you. That's what we are. We are a community. We call ourselves the Barefoot Bangarang Tribe. I want people to get barefoot, get freaking grounded. And remember, take what the world has given us and blow it up. Go back to the magic we had as children. Understand, this world is yours. The universe has given you resource after resource after resource. Don't let the mindset of old thinking, old thoughts, different things that we were drilled into us for years stop you from making decisions that make you happy. That's our whole purpose here. Glad you're here. Glad you'd be a part, and we appreciate it. We'll find out what's going on. So here we go. Maria, will Philip move from my apartment? If you tell him to get the hell out, Maria, this is one of those things where I think we're doing this under another thing, but he may just gaslight me. Then get the hell rid of him. I'm not even going to record. If this is where you're at, repeat after me. Get the F out. Okay? You don't have to tolerate this. Get him evicted. Do whatever you need to do. But if you're already worried about this, he's got to go. Okay? There's nothing spiritual, mental. This is about you putting on your big girl panties and saying, hey, you will not treat me this way. I will not tolerate being treated this way. This relationship isn't working. You got to go. Okay? It's that simple. It sounds easy, but that is exactly what has to happen. Now, Maria, one of the things I would tell you is I want you to think of this. Poof, 20 years from now, you have a daughter going through the exact same situation. What are you telling her to do? Hang in there, baby? Stay? No, this is all starting to be your fault. And I'm saying that because I know where this is coming from, and you're not willing to make a decision. You don't like being put in a place of confrontation. You know I love you, okay? But it's tarot and attitude. Don't shoot the messenger. And I'm going to give you the cold, hard truth. Stand up, be accounted for, and don't care what he says. If you're thinking he's gaslighting you, why are you worrying about it? That means it's a lie. And you already know it's going to be a lie. You know what? We're going to do this here real quick, okay? Because, and this is not even going to require a lot of cutting, all right? Because if you're already thinking somebody's going to gaslight you, get the hell out. If you have to find legal help to get him out of the apartment, get it done. But it's time to stop walking around like some victim. You are being a victim, and it's time for you to stop being a victim. Stand up for what you believe. Go find the legal help that you need to get this done and get this guy out of your life. The 8 of Earth. You know, looking at the 8 of Pentacles. Haven't you learned anything? What have you learned? What kind of music are you wanting to make? This is in your real world. 8's about moving. 8's about learning. 8's about what are you doing? You can't keep playing the same instrument over and over and playing the same chords and expect new music. This is on you. At some point, you have to take responsibility for this. And you're just staying in a situation. Now, if there's physical abuse and you are afraid to do this, get me on the sides. Let me know what state you're in, where you're at. We will find you the help that you need, okay? If this has become a physical thing and you are actually afraid of this person in your life, then hit me on the side, tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. Let me know what state. I will find you shelter. I will find you. This is what I do, okay? I will find you the help you need. But the 4 of air is telling me that what's going on here, all right? 4 of air. This solid base, okay? Mentally stable. You're not in a solid mental place, all right? And that's got to change. The 4 of air is like, give this a rest already, okay? Stop fighting. Stop trying to fix it. Stop trying to, it's over. It's done, okay? Get stable, get stand, get help, and we will be glad to help you do that. We have the transformation. Time to let this joker go, move on, so something new can come into your life. You keep this around, you keep doing this year after year, month after month, day after day, because this is not the first time you're in here with these questions. And you know what? You've been given the answers. So this is your wanting to stay in a situation. So I have to ask the question, and I don't want you to answer it here. But if we need to get involved and get you some legal help, I need to know it. Okay. Or are you just so codependent on somebody that you will allow them to gaslight you knowingly and you will be abused? What's going on with that? We have to find out. You need to contact a therapist. You need to contact somebody to help you through this and figure out what's going on. Because unless you start taking some type of action, it's not going to get better. Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. All right. You're not being honest with yourself. All right. And that's what this is saying. You're not being true to who you are. You know it. You know what you need to do. You know it's time, but you're not doing it. All right. So we love you. If you need my help, tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. I will be glad to find you resources in your state, in your area, to help you get out of a possibly dangerous situation so you can have the help you need. I don't mind doing that at all. It is something I do. For those of y'all who don't know me, I have a very strong background in this, and don't mind, I will pick up the phone, call other states, do whatever, and we will find the resources. But ultimately, this is on you to have to change your stars and change the situation you're in. Wow. Bangerang. Okay. So let's see what we've got here. All right. Let's see what's going on. You are quite welcome, Charmaine. Glad you're here. Glad you to be a part. Everybody, we'll be back on Monday, 8:30, same bat time, same bat channel. And let's see what's going on here. So, and that's Bruce. That's why we're saying, will he move? If he's like refusing, then it's time to get some legal help. It's time to find out what's going on. And I will help you locate those resources so you can get that help from Battered Women's Shelter, from whatever we need to help you get restraining orders, and Bruce, man of my own heart, if you kick his ass out, he will, and that's it. And he's going to try to be, I'm really picking up on a narcissistic attitude, okay, from this person, from what you're giving us. All right. So yeah, he's going to do everything he can to show you he's wrong so he doesn't ruin this, because he's got you under his control. Don't get me started. Okay. This is important. I want you to find a therapist. I want you to find the resources in your area. If you need my help, let me know. Wow. Bang right. And don't ever apologize for that, Mr. Bruce. Thank you very, very much. All right. You live in Norway. Okay. I know Norway has some different things. I will do some research. All right, here we go. Look, we've already got help coming in. Maria, the NKVTS, I don't know what that is, an organization in your country that is equipped to help you in a domestic violence situation. Boom. God, I love my tribe. I love this here. And that was, if we need to find out and do what we need to do, you let me know. Cleve, thank you. This is what we were talking about. There is power in getting people help and release, So, and I see you've been struggling for 2 years. I know, but you're not doing anything to change your situation. We've been talking about this for a year. Okay. So what are you doing different? Where do you go? This is not easy. This is hard. There's a reason women stay in this situation. Some men stay in this situation. Okay. So it's up to you. Man, it's hard. But you know what? If you want something to change, you got to do something different. And sometimes doing something different can be so, yep. And there it is. So you need this help. I'm telling you, you need a counselor. All right. You need to reach out to somebody and you need to get some help, because it's not just going to change by leaving him, because if you don't learn to be happy within and of yourself by yourself, you're just going to carry this on over and become a victim to some other narcissist. Okay. That's what we got. All right. Change the lock, get a restraining order. Maria, do what you have to do to get your life back. Damn Skippy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Please contact a support organization to get you therapy, support, and a way out of there. You can find a way out, honey. And you know what? Yes, there are in places like Norway, things like this, there are standing resources that we don't have in the US. Okay. These things are there because that's a drag on society. This is something, they don't want anybody living in this situation. You have resources available. You have to reach out. You have to use them. Okay. Keep us posted. All right. Sending you strength. And that's what's going on. You can do this, Maria. We know you can. All right. We have faith in you. All right. When you don't have faith in you, we have faith in you. It's just time to pull up the big girl pants and say, I got to step through this. There's a country song here. My wife's going to know immediately what I'm saying. I'm going to screw it up. Okay. When you're going through hell, keep on going. Don't stop and live in it. All right. When you're going through hell, keep on going, and you might be able to come out the other side before the devil even knows you're there. All right. Look up that song. Listen to it. It's about fighting. It's about moving forward. It's about finding strength and saying, I am worthy. I deserve a better life. do that, you know, and let's see what's going on. Yep, there we go. Rodney Atkins, love the song. Never can remember all the words, but y'all just look that song up, okay? Cleve. Deborah, thank you kindly, and thank you to everyone here. It was lovely to meet all of you. Cleve, come back, all right? We'd love to see you. Monday evening, 8:30, we'll be doing this again, okay? So, everybody, with all of this being said, know that from the bottom of my heart, sometimes we need to hear the truth, no matter how hard it is. But know when I speak to people, it's from love. It's from a place of motivation. It's a place to say, you have to help yourself sometime. We can pray. We can do whatever we can. We will be glad to help. But ultimately, it's on you. And you know what? That's when you find your happiness. When you come through this and you move to the other side of it, that's where the feeling of victory comes from. Because you won. You beat it. All right? Find that magic. Find your strength. Fly. So remember, everybody, take what you want. Leave what you don't. But leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. Bang.